everyone. Can you hear us? Can you hear the music? The beautiful, catchy. Because I can't hear it because it's like it's going directly to the streaming audio.
I haven't heard.
Oh, you mean the yeah, the music should be playing the Housamo theme, but we can't hear it, or at least I can't hear it because it's just going directly to.
Oh, the whole anime intro thing.
Yeah, the audience should hear it. We tested this out before. Okay, so let us introduce ourselves, if you want. This is
sure thing.
This is Taco Man. He goes by like.
Yes, Taco Man.
He goes. By,
I go by.
I
would go by.
Triton Fucker 69.
Fucker 69. What? He wasn't even my first unit to send.
Yeah, well, I guess he just.
But he's now first on my list. so I guess that's accurate.
Your heart is swayed by the pose of his ocean, or something. That was supposed to be hornier, but
you tried to go for a horny comic, but you failed miserably. I'm sorry, yeah.
Something like, yeah, you just fell in love after you, from the rock of his ocean in the bed. Something dumb like that.
Yeah, not really, but I really like his character at least, and I really like his passion, and it's not really a horny thing, but more so I really like his character.
Yeah, he's a
generally swell guy that really likes looking after his chip. He's very passionate about his work, and he's always making sure you're all right and if everything is fine. Which he can go a bit overboard sometimes, but he's pretty decent.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He ate.
He ate.
Yeah, I really liked his appearance and freaking his event in Dogo. And there's just like, you want to sleep with him. Because like the game's like, oh no, he's a teacher, it's illegal. It's like, okay. Hey,
yeah, that's pretty much.
It's like even as down
that's pretty much it. But even still, in Go-Go we graduate, so we can't do that because he's no longer our teacher in the end. And that actually happens.
And then you can teach us a whole new lesson of love.
Yes, exactly.
What a good teacher. That's how he graduates all his students.
No.
Don't overthink it, otherwise you'll realize some bad things.
Yeah, that's not how it goes. At least that's what I think. It's not how it goes.
Oh, by the way, do you have the chat open, Erbie? Because you want to interact with the chat too, right?
Yeah, I have the chat open. I just
okay. Say hi to them, you fucking dumbass. I mean,
I said I put a clown in there.
Did you? I don't see the clown. Wait, where's the clown? Don't tell me.
I added a clown. Does the chat not parse the clown?
I literally don't see the clown. Let's see. Is it in live chat?
Yeah.
No, I don't see your clown. I still don't see. Oh wait, you.
Yeah, my messages aren't going through for some reason.
You did a high smiley face. I don't see a clown.
Yeah, the clown. I guess we can't just post emojis. I guess we have to post text.
Yeah. Oh, I think I heard the news of like something dumb like that. Wasn't there like a fucking Markiplier or something had the chat like fucking apparently the stream was everyone who had a Google account who was there was banned or something because they spammed the particular emoji, and it was because Markiplier asked them to say that emoji, and it was completely benign, but like they detected it as like malicious or something, and so all their Google accounts were suspended. It was like the stupidest shit ever. From like I don't really follow that sort of news, but it was just like I was in my feed when I was like, okay, that was a thing that happened.
Oh, is that why we're not allowed to post just emojis on live?
Hold on, let me try that. Drops. I mean, I'm posting emojis, fine.
I posted the clown, but apparently we can't post just clowns.
Maybe it's just because the clown that isn't in the chat. It's here talking with me right now, so he's absent in the chat.
Damn it.
Okay, we're approaching 2 o'clock now, so I guess we can start analysis. Does the sound balance sound good? Oh, yeah, thank you, Brian, for telling me. Yeah, so music's good. We're definitely audible over it. And Archie is here, Archives, Mr. Archives, aka the person who apparently got like 200 more views than me in my usual streams. Seriously. But
Well,
it was a fun stream. But like,
it's a good way to keep track of the story. I mean, I usually
hey Ed,
to his channel check out the bits and parts of the story that I want to revisit. I think he does a great job at that.
Hold on, I just posted a clown for everyone to see because I have that privilege. Oh no, it's blocked. I'm sad. Damn it. Anyway.
Damn it,
Oh well.
Clowns are blocked. I can't believe it.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, we should start the analysis now. Welcome, Ed. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. Let's begin. Okay, so we are gonna be talking first off about the Timeslip unit 5-star Snow, the only 5-star limited unit in Banner.
Yeah, I think Snow is a pretty good unit to charge a CP. I think most variants have a theme going on, like Fashionista had the theme of pulling units and granting your ardor. You remember? Well, I think the theme of this Valentine's is just units that can charge CPs very fast, and Snow is the best example of it, I think.
I mean, yeah, I sort of know what you mean after I did like pre-analysis. Can you guys hear me? Like it says, okay, good. You guys can still hear me. But anyways, yeah, when I was recording the drop videos, because I didn't analyze the units enough, I was like, there's nothing uncommon between them. But after I read their kits, I was like, I just realized, and even during gameplay, they all charge pretty quickly, either quickly or consistently.
Yeah, and Snow's actual crit has a very high chance for well, a crit.
I'm more upset it's not guaranteed.
That doesn't. Yeah, it's almost guaranteed. I mean, you start with your CS, which grants you concentration, which increases by 10%, and if you're using Christmas Claude, then you're gonna get that guaranteed.
I mean,
and since you're gonna keep spamming your CS, you're gonna keep concentration up, and it's gonna keep getting.
But that's guaranteed. That's my issue with it. I guess it's kind of weird because it's like the crit is only when you're attacking, not a start of turn thing. So
yeah,
so it's like, you know, half the time you'll be charging and it's just gonna be wasted, right?
True. I guess it isn't applied by the CS yet, but it's still pretty good, I think.
Oh no, this is a different Ed. I was saying hi to Ed as if it was like Edgar, but that's Edvin. You imposter. I mean, hi. Welcome. All Eds are welcome here.
Hello.
Yes. Anyways, if you guys want to contribute to the conversation, have any ideas, please go ahead. If you have any thoughts on the units. We're just talking about how Snow's a total charge slut. Like, blows his load on all the units every few turns. Honestly, he's like, for me, whenever I played with him, he consistently was able to use his charge every 2 turns. And that's because I was playing Gyumao with him, who gives, like, acceleration and shit. And, yeah.
I mean, even without that, I was using a Varga with the Tangaroa and AR, the one that grants CP, and even just by the Snow's attacking, and without giving him anything more than that, they just charge their CPs at phase 3 immediately. They charge it so fast, it's ridiculous. The fact that he gave combo,
combo basically guarantees, like, make sure he gets his charge even faster because he has another skill that lets him like get CP when he attacks. So if he doesn't outright kill them, then he's able to exploit that twice in a row. And then
he's able to exploit it anyways because he also gains the regular CP from attacking after they're dead. So it's pretty good.
So it's like he just gets his charge fast. That's plain and simple how he describes Snow.
I mean, he gets. I guess he gets a nullified debuff if you move him and heals a lot a unit behind him, but that's not really.
That's not the main. That skill is basically just for like if you decide to pair him up with Claude for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. If you Snow is pretty much a very good unit for Claude, I guess.
Yeah, just like give him that extra vigor and whatever the shit like ardor and some other extra shit. Keep on constantly moving Claude like that, and yeah, they're a good pair. He'll get that extra light bonus to make his crit actually guaranteed. Yeah, so yeah.
I think that's pretty much it about Snow. There's not a lot to talk about. I mean, he removes a debuff, but
We already saw with Christmas Doctor Mario. We were like, I was hopeful that would be useful, but it's not actually that useful. So
yeah.
moving on to Barguest.
Yeah. Next.
Okay.
Barguest. Yep. Right.
He's
right.
So the most important thing that the thing that I noticed right away was whatchamacallit. He's a damage attenuator. He has 3 different skills that work towards that: tenacity, protection, and curse. So that makes him like a better Marcosius at that point.
Yes,
and it's
that's the general consensus that seems to come from people, but a lot of people don't realize the thing that makes him the most distinguishable from Marcosius or Marcosius, however you pronounce it, which is that after buff gains 12 CP. That is insane.
Yeah, that's the second thing. I actually didn't realize he was like a self-charge or like that. So he does decent damage because he throws out his charge every now and then, because of his regeneration and taunt and tenacity, and protection, and but it's like when he's not charging, he's pretty damn weak physically. Is that really you, Edgar? Advent21, I guess. Like, I'm not accepting any imposters here. If you're really Edgar, then like, which unit do you stand? Okay, anyways, let's move on. That's 2 things I would comment on Barguest. He reduces damage, and he, whatchamacallit, CP something.
Charges very fast. He also charges his CS very fast, which he deals extra damage to burn, and his CS is gonna hit very hard if you can land it. Which he also has a skill to make it land it easier, which is like basically a similar skill to Dagon, but slightly weaker. After moving, he pretty much pulls down only from 2 squares up from him, 3 entire columns down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that pull. That's the other important thing about him. He's like, he's actually a good slash unit. That functions as a slash unit. Like Babylon's a good slash unit, but let's be honest, she's not actually a slash unit.
She's not a slash unit. Who uses her for being slash?
So there's lots of like units like that where it's like they're good and they're slash, but they're not good because they're slash. Barguest is one of those units that just like a Dagon that makes good use of their range. So hopefully there's gonna be more pull-in skills for slash units in general, because they really unlock their potentials.
Yeah, it's very good. It's slightly weaker, but it's still very good, and it helps him land that CS.
Yeah. And this unit goes good with one of the AR cards, which we'll touch on briefly, but it's just the C3 Shiro card because of the curse advantage or whatever. But the rest of the cards just like you can ignore it. Like he has advantages over some things, but it's like you don't have to think about that. He just does damage.
It is a decent damage.
And when he leaves, it's like Guts is pretty damn neat as a leaving thing, but even so, it's like leaving things aren't generally useful. The only thing
we don't talk about that. If he dies, the rest of the team is dead, probably.
That's the thing. The one thing I can see him being useful for in an extremely niche situation for that skill is if there's some stupid challenge quest that actually just kills everyone on their first turn.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's so tanky. He's not gonna die realistically in a fight that's going well.
Yeah, but just in case, if there's like some stupid flat HP depletion challenge quest, that Gut skill could come in clutch, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the only situation I could see that being useful. Anyways, moving on. Gyumao 4.
I actually haven't looked at his kit at all because I didn't
get him. Well, I actually, this is one of the kits I've looked in more tightly into because I already fully seeded him. He is a move slut. Like, you can just clearly look at it. The kit shown here right now. It's all when moving, or passives. And he has extended horizontal movement, which makes him even more fun to use as when you move him. He's sort of like Babylon in terms of giving like nourishment +1 other buff to give like slightly under crit damage. So that would be what's called nourishment all around for like 80%, or 90% if you fully use them, and limit up and down at 90%, which is it's kind of an awkward range to be up and down, but whatever. So yeah, he's a double buffer like that gives at a very reliable rate, and he also is a minor CP buffer. A CP battery for other units just because of acceleration, which is like the only other unit that really bestows acceleration is Gunzo, and no one uses Gunzo, right?
I think Wakan also sells acceleration, or is it Brown? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I don't remember.
you don't think about it.
Acceleration isn't very common, so
Yeah.
it's pretty good. He has it.
It's
One thing I noticed in it though was his phase start 40 CP. He immediately starts with 40 CP, and that's something very curious. It's gonna make him CS very fast, especially since he can apply acceleration to himself. And
Oh yeah, he just
I think that's pretty
for
good.
multi-phase battles, he basically gets his charge every second phase, which is just like it complements Snow well. You know, Snow first phase, Gyumao second phase, Snow again third phase. You know, yeah, it's kind of crazy like that. Let's see. Let's read the comments a bit. I don't have neither AR nor Barguest. People got yourself in the comments. Moritador actually fits Barg better than C3 Shino, I say. We're done talking about Barg, boy, Archie. we're talking about Gyumao now.
We're gonna speak about the ARs.
Yeah, we'll get to the ARs. Don't worry.
It's okay. Don't worry, Arch. We're gonna talk good things about Barguest.
Well, that's Erbie's gonna talk about good things. I don't know if I'm gonna stop. No promises. All right. Front and behind. That's correct, Diane. Which is like a weird range. I was playing him assuming it'd be all around it, but it's like, you know, whatever. He still was a decent sport. That last skill is really trash though. It's basically Blood with Beast with, and then he resists movement. And it's like, okay, sure.
He resists immobility, but I guess they don't really want you to pair him with Jiangshi Babylon to get even more CP.
I mean, would you even want to do that? They don't even have any relationship bonus. I don't really see why you'd want to do that. They functionally act the same, like I just said before. They functionally act the same way too. It's like nourishment plus one other buff.
Yes, but if you want to do dungeons and if you want to move one alternatively to another, you're gonna get a lot of CP just by moving these units sequentially. Every time you get a chance.
So you're saying they might synergize because that? Maybe.
No, they might not because he's immune to immobility, so it's not gonna synergize at all. That's what I was trying to say. I think they made him immune to it just so you wouldn't be able to pull this strategy.
Actually, I think it's a good thing that he remains immune to it, and they might synergize as a result, even though it's supposed to be a canceling thing, because he has extended horizontal movement, right? So he can like compensate for everyone else not being able to move quite well. Hey,
sure. I thought that on the CP.
All right, let's take a pause and read the comments again, because it's like these poor people trusting us to just respond
there are a lot
to
of
the
comments.
audience. Let's see. Before it scrolls up, Gyumao seems pretty decent. What do you prefer, normal 5-star or his variant? Well, I have both, so I don't really need to pick. But I would say I don't really need his 5 anymore. On principle of I have fucking Kotaro who does everything better. But his 4 might have some use for healing. We didn't really mention his healing ability, even though he's quite a good healer. But that's just because like healing in general is kind of meme worthy.
One thing about his CS is that it doesn't work like Fashion Sath.
Yeah, they have to be alive.
They have to be alive with Gyumao's CS, which is going to make things a lot faster, but it's also going to heal a lot less if they're already dead. So that's something to consider.
I mean, it's such a mediocre heal too, like 250 HP. Are you kidding me? Ugh.
Yeah, it's not that much. I think Sath is even less. I think it's like 150 or 200.
Hearing the official music in the background is making it feel like an official LW context. Well, this is an official LifeWonders context. So, me and Erbie are like official employees here. Like, he's my junior. I'm currently showing him the ropes through the office, and
what?
We're part of the English department. We're helping. We're the part of the QA team. That's why
exactly
our feedback has gone to them, and that's why I know that Leaked is getting a third variant. Because he's just that good, right? LifeWonders,
yeah.
Right? LifeWonders.
Yeah. When are we getting our sponsorship? Damn it.
Yeah. And they also confirmed that Triton will never receive a variant.
Yes, I can confirm that he will never get a variant ever. That's just how it.
Go-Go's canceled forever, boys.
Yeah, Go-Go canceled forever.
Anyways, that's a dumb joke. But anyway, let's finish reading the comments and then we can go to the next unit. because we already said what he said. He damage buffs. Oh yeah, we forgot oppression, but it's like, it's whatever.
It's oppression, whatever.
Good morning.
Oppression is not.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's like, it's a thing you might want to use. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Death. It's such a weird way to say that. Can you recommend some good units that go as well as Gyumao? Snow. The variant Snow. There you go. I have an official sponsor collab with the LifeWonders one. What do you mean? This is an official sponsored collab. Anyways, let's move to the next unit.
All right. Which one do you want to start?
We are now at Echo.
Oh, Echo.
What's up? Are you... So, we can talk about both their 3 and 4, but first let's talk about their commonalities.
Oh, sure.
Do you understand their kits? Tell me you understand their kits.
I did understand them a bit. I mean, she gets hit and she starts applying a bunch of debuffs. That's what I understood.
Okay, God, it's a good thing I did the research before you did, you fucking idiot. Anyways, what she does is, she really... I think they really thematically made her really well. She's basically like, those tuning forks for pianos?
No. I actually don't.
Well, basically you hit it, right? And then it shakes a bunch, and then it makes other tuning forks of the same frequency shake too that are from a distance, sort of like that, right? So basically, she has to be hit to function. When she gets hit, she takes on the role of a wide-spread debuffer. Depending on her rarity, it's either sniper or all, and her debuffs are his weakness for both as well, and for it's her 3, it's oppression, and for her 4, its weakness. She also acts as a CP battery for every unit she hits for her 4 for adjacent units. And the thing that's neat about her is that when you hit her, she does have some protective mechanisms, even though she's for some reason that escapes me immune to evasion. But yeah, she has defensive mechanisms. She has guts, so no matter how hard you hit her for that first turn, she'll be able to
I'm guessing
tank it and just survive and be able to exploit her all range or her snipe range the next turn. And
I guess
sorry?
I guess they just didn't want her to pair up with Kataru. It's just not gonna.
It's not even that OP. Let's be honest. Come on, it's not that OP.
I think
it's confusing.
I think people are overhyping Echo a bit.
I think she
has potential, but it's okay.
I mean, it's like, what do you think? The people are hyping her as like freaking Meridian, and she's like, everyone loves her. So it's like, but anyways,
she's good, but she's not that good.
It's like, I think the evasion immunity thing is just a thematic thing, because it's like with in real life, it's like no matter how fast you're moving, you can't escape the resonance of sound, I guess, and that applies to her too. She's like a tuning fork, what hits her will hit her. She's not gonna not be affected by the things that hit her, and the things that are around her will also be affected because she attacks with sound. It's a weird aside thing, but I kind of liked it. Oppression is...
I think I
Zalgus, I mean Solid Milk, Solid is saying oppression is fear paralysis except poo. But it's I sort of like oppression just because there's so much fear immunity in general. Oh my god, oh no, people are scrolling too fast because we are running our mouths. I have to look at the chat on the thing. Let's see. God.
Immune to evasion to kill potato strats.
You guys are talking so
We made
fast.
it.
Hold on.
We did it.
You losers are talking so fast that I actually have to scroll up in a different chat now. Echo looks like Yumi from Vocaloid. I don't know what that is. I'm kind of like an anti-weep. I'm sorry. That's pretty big brain. I didn't think it was in 24. Well, it's pretty obvious if you think about it. Well, maybe it's just obvious to me because I'm a music guy. Yeah, I do music too. I should do more music things once I have a proper setup for my channel. Maybe I'll do host my music. Anyways, Darian said, surprised that Echo isn't... I'm not gonna finish that comment. Anyways, Milk Housamo says, immune to evasion to kill Kotaru strats.
Potato strats are dead. I'm sorry. Insert crab rib, right?
Yeah, you wish. I'm still using them to this day. It's like you wish they were dead. How can it ever be dead? It literally destroys everything. Has perfect evasion.
It's dead because I didn't pull for him.
Sure, it's dead in your heart because it's impossible for you. One day they'll give us a unit who can spread buffs on someone without it being on CS. So we have all arranged meme teams. Geez, I really wish for an all-range unit that's natively all-range. Not some, like, fucking Alp or Echo. Anyways, you didn't comment on her move evasion one. We've been talking about it.
Yeah, I think what he meant is that I think there's been a bit of confusion because I think she only removes evasion when she gets debuffed.
Is that?
But
Are you
it is
serious?
parsed by the. I'm not sure, but.
And I don't see that here. I don't see that here.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I think I saw it somewhere before, and.
It might have been that way, but then they changed it. It's like
I don't know either. So.
There's no other skill like that except for like whatchamacallit Ifrits that is like remove a specific thing on not during status healing but some other condition. Remember Ifrits was just like on face start or something, and then they patched that out because it was a mistake. I don't think it was intended.
Yeah. If you go to the skill, the actual skill, it says no, it doesn't say it.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's during status ailment you remove evasion.
Yeah.
It's pretty much during a debuff you remove the evasion. It's only if you have it.
Anyways, she's an okay unit. Let's just move on. I kind of wish she had another debuff that she could give out. Yeah, I mean,
this to all range is pretty good. We don't have any.
I think she trades debuff diversity for like actual proc rate consistency. Like, look at fucking Alp, and it's like his proc rates are utter shit. Even if you fully seed him and give him a bunch of things, and you're basically giving out, you're giving it like you're fucking delivering random debuffs to everyone at that point, and you're just crossing your fingers that like they're generally debuffed, but you can't rely on what debuff they'll receive. Whereas with Echo, at least it's fairly consistent weakness and. Wow, actually that fear proc rate is pretty shit. Never mind. But you know what I mean.
The fear proc is pretty unreliable.
What the heck? The oppression was better. Okay.
Yeah, the oppression proc is better on their start range, but whatever. It could still be used.
It was on yeah, Zalgus, that's right. And that was patched out because honestly, like if removing specific buffs or debuffs on a particular on any particular activation condition other than during status ailment, it's probably just a bug. Sorry, I was talking to Solid Milk in the...
I think that's pretty much covers everything.
Oh yeah, and she does possession too, but whatever. Like,
who cares for all range possessions? Yes. I've been using Sanat and he fucking his CS and it's like, yeah, it's not all range, but come on, possession is never gonna be used.
Of all the times I was using Sanat, like during the job quest during the Jiangxi, of all the times I was using him, like I've only seen him like during the entire grinding process, his CS possess on and then that possessed person hitting someone one time only. Yeah, that was like over like 50 games or something. So easy.
It's not really that reliable possession, but
okay.
Weakness is good. Weakness is good, and she heals herself every 2 turns. So, yeah, okay.
Okay, now moving on to the last unit of the banner. If you want to play well with Echo for these drop quests, put her in the sub member slot.
It's a fair strategy. She's gonna make everything slower.
Honestly, if I got Echo, I'd probably put her in the front unit slots just because like I want my videos to be interesting. But interesting does not mean efficient.
Yeah.
So,
if I got her, I'd put her on the sub slot as well. But yeah. I didn't get her, so I don't have to go.
Yeah. Anyway. We got Heracles, which is an interesting unit. Overall, the commonalities between both his 3-star and his 5-star is whatchamacallit. He is what's the commonality? His
3-star sucks. Literally, there's nothing else to say.
No. I disagree. But then again, this is just theory crafting, so I haven't actually tested it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, but the thing that's common between them is their 4 skill, which is a charge clock. Basically, over a consistent period of turns, they get their charge fully built up, along with a very nice buff with it. So basically, he's a clock. That's how I would describe these units that have a particular kind of function over a set amount of turns. And I would say he's a charge clock because like fucking 100 CP every 4 turns. Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Unless you move him and get CS locked and lose that.
Anyways, but don't move him. I don't know why he has CS lock. It's just such a
They wanted to make it even less useful. I mean,
I think
I,
that
I, I look at his kit and
it's not just
it's 3-star kit, and I see nothing here.
okay.
But
I'll get to that, but let me just comment on the debuffs first. I feel like it might be a thematic thing I'm missing out on with the story of Hercules or Heracles or whatever his name is.
yes, it's a thematic thing. Yes.
Like then he like have to face a whole bunch of trials and or like become human or something. I don't know. I bet it's related to that. But yeah, and then he's like naturally a god or a demigod, so I guess that's why he just has a shitload of buffs naturally. But then the debuffs signify his trials or something. That's my best guess. Anyway, I think he's a he does a bunch for the unit in front of him. I don't know why you think he's useless. Protection, heal, and CP. That's like the classic.
Why I think that. Why I think that is because Astaroth 3 can do the exact same thing to one whole square.
Well, yeah,
a lot.
It's like the difference between what's called Ahab and Leaked. I would say, it's like one of them is like less proc rate but larger spread. The other is like greater proc rate but less spread. It's literally guaranteed to give protection and whatchamacallit, heal and CP. Well, not CP for some reason. Well, every turn. That's the one thing it has going. Whereas with like fucking Astros, it's like for Astros 3, you have to miss that fucking magic range, and it's still not that high proc. It's just much higher than Astros.
You can change your helmet to none pretty easily on the first turn, so that's pretty good. I use her a lot because of that, because she gets combo on CS and gets changed to none, and that makes her proc rates slightly more reliable, and she charges their CP and HP much faster.
Obviously, they're in the same pathway of like the kind of a role to play, but it's slightly divergent, as you can see here.
It's only on the last.
This is like more reliable, but just for a single slot, and also applies in turn 1. And also, let's see the comments for that. The hardest quest for this event makes it. Wow, no one said anything. I wasted my chance and stones for him. He's a permanent unit. Why would you waste your stones for this guy? Anyways, he does a lot of damage and it scales well with Rage Plus. I would say he would pair well with a unit that, like, he has the classic position of being a unit behind, and there's also certain units that are like units in front, like Kamui. So I would say he would pair up well with a unit like that. A unit in the whole up-down combo. Look for an up unit to match the down unit. Look for a top to match the bottom, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't see much use for the 3-star. Well, it can be useful to charge a unit, and if you have the time to wait for the CS to proc after 4 full turns, but I don't see the 3-star very useful. The 5-star, however, seems pretty great though.
He might go good with someone with combo. Like, if you think about it, bestowing 40 CP in a single turn is pretty nuts. For a 3-star.
I guess, yeah. It can be decent, but I don't see a lot of usage for the 3-star. I mean, I think this is probably, as I said before, one of the worst 3-stars that was ever released.
No, he's like, whatchamacallit, how do I describe it? He's like the second non-range 3-star, right? And the other one.
Yes, the other one is Furufu.
And Furufumi is just like, I don't know if like.
He can still be all right. He still has his all range.
No, like, I use Furufumi. I'm not convinced about that. Like, yeah.
I use him a lot. I like using him. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, I use his 4 a lot.
I only use his 4. I don't use his 3.
Yeah, so you can't really be saying the ultimate. He's one of the worst 3s, but it's like Furufumi and himself is like, eh. Yeah.
Okay, sure. You have that.
Okay, so let's move on to the actual 5-star. Admitted era, there are much better 3-stars that does the same work better than him. I'm not denying that, but it's like he has a use. Constant protection is good. It's not just about constant protection. It's also about the fact that he can, the fact that it's a constant buff. Like I found it with Furufumi, which is kind of the same thing as every turn arousal. What you call it? It also acts as a constant nullify buff slash reflect. Sorry, I guess it's just nullify buff remover. You know what I mean? Okay, so if there's like an enemies that are constantly inflicting that, just having that constant buff that pops up is pretty useful.
I think the problem is that he can't grant it to him.
Terms-
Oh wait, he can.
Yeah.
He actually can. All right.
Jeez,
That's
Erbie
okay.
spreading misinformation. I'm
spreading
surprised.
I'm spreading misinformation. I'm sorry, but it's still pretty bad in my opinion.
Well, you know how it is. I'm not like
it's a bit.
he could be pretty bad, but then again, everyone was saying Jiangxi Babylon was pretty bad until you realize the unlocking way to like make her so broken for dungeons.
Yeah. Nobody thought about the CP up between phases and chests that immobility could give.
I thought about it.
Well, you did eventually.
Yeah, I did, and boy, it was not good. Okay, so the differences for his 5-star is his 5-star is just bananas if you decide not to move him. He this is an illegal of mana buffs like this: Brawn, Vigor, Crit plus plus. Like what the fuck? Crit plus. They really went bananas with that. Limit and a Rage plus on charge. What the fuck is this shit?
It's pretty potent. But
It's like
it's all right.
the best.
I think the
mana
best
buff-
part. Yeah, I think the best part is that he's actually Nether element, so he's only resisted by like Valiant units, and there are never any Valiant units almost. So it's never gonna be. It's gonna be consistent damage throughout the whole fight.
Yeah, he's like the second best Nether unit now. Next to Leaked, obviously. Anyways.
Sure. Leech Supreme.
Of course.
I still haven't fully leveled him. I can't. Yes, it's very simple.
But yeah,
He's-
Kingdom is hinting at it. Yeah, Aegir and Heracles have some really memey damage potential. I'm not saying they're a good combo because it's like the timing's kind of
Yeah, the timing is kind of off, and if you have to wait 4 turns to trigger that Aegir thing, he's only gonna get bigger on the first 3 turns.
But
so
it is very satisfying when you accomplish it and you take the screenshot. It was like
yeah, it's very satisfying to see the screenshot and
nearly
see, like,
1 trillion damage.
800 million damage or something. It's gonna be really.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. But yeah, just don't move him. Even if he doesn't have his charge, he does an insane amount of damage with just Brawn and Vigor up.
Another thing I didn't mention is that if you can eventually move him if you are on the 4th turn and have your CS up, because he ends up removing all the debuffs before damage output.
Of course.
So that's pretty neat.
And yeah,
You can get guts from it, and you're no longer gonna get cursed throughout the whole fight if it's gonna last more than 4 turns.
yeah. I mean, why did they even add guts there? Like, it's like you may have this tiny incentive to get it.
The question is, why did they add an after missing apply evasion to self? That is the question.
Yeah, I saw that as I was reading kits, and I was like, I have no comment on this part. It
This
exists.
is the most random thing I've ever seen.
It
looks
certainly
like
exists.
something that it looks like something that could have belonged to the 3-star, but it was moved for the 5-star. I don't know what.
Oh man, imagine just like it would not be fun exploiting like relationships with Heracles. It's like, why would you ever want to move him? Anyways, yeah,
You can move the other people into him, so that's all.
I guess. On paper, it seems so first, but you only try to see him first. Yeah, I have no idea why Grass shits on units sometimes. It's kind of weird. Like, I remember before he was shitting on another unit for so bad. Like, Kudragon is not good. I mean, he isn't, but he's right about that one at least. But, jeez, what call it? Yeah, he was talking about some other unit being overrated. I can't remember which. God, I was about to mention that too.
I did should talk about Heracles admittedly first before trying him out, but I eventually changed my mind on 5-star when I saw the damage on the screen, and okay, I should have done.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that he does damage. I like, if the only condition for him to get debuffed is you move him, then don't move him and look count the rest of the buff. Because obviously it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, I just kind of looked at it. When appearing curse, so I don't even want to look at it. But then I
But he has
realized,
like two
okay,
other
its
buffs to
weakness-
compensate for it. Come on.
It's weakness, vigor, and brawn. So I didn't factor that in. It's 2 free buffs instead of 3, which is pretty.
The curse is literally nothing. He still has 2 buffs. It's like he has the trademark 5-star thing of just like having a constant buff up, right? And instead it's technically 2 buffs with curse, but like still it's like even with curse it effectively just becomes 1. So he's still traditionally as strong as any other 5-star in turn 1.
Yeah, true.
Sorry if I was talking over you. Like I was just getting kind of heated.
That's fine.
But yeah, isn't it kind of neat how like all 5 stars just have that one constant buff up?
Yeah, it's been a recent trend. Like Dagon has his face start brawn, Agi has his face start brawn. Now Heracles has his face start brawn. Everyone has face start brawn on.
Can you like LifeWonders? Can you make leaks fucking Frenzy Conductor 100% please? So he always has vigor. Please.
Wish.
Anyway, no curse res AR. No curse res? What do you mean by res? I'm not sure. Maybe not now, but we can't say that for sure. Anyways, let's move on to ARs now that you mentioned
Oh, it means curse resistance.
Oh, curse. There's no. What do you mean resistance?
There's no curse resistance AR.
I know, but what do you mean by
Yeah.
resistance?
The ones that remove fear and
Oh,
Yeah,
so
those
immunity
ones.
cards. I see.
yeah, immunity cards. There's some that remove oppression and others that remove fear and stuff like that, but there's no curse one.
Yeah, it's like
I think that's what they meant.
it's inevitable. I'm sure it's like a common one.
It's gonna happen someday, and you're gonna equip it on him, and he's just gonna have three attack advantages, and
It's a yeah. I don't
it's
know.
gonna nullify it entirely.
Anyway, let us
Move to the ARs.
Yeah, we are at the ARs now. So this is the traumatizing card that traumatized Luther because whatchamacallit, Archie pulled it twice.
The dogs.
The Valentine Dogs.
Hakenshi.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty neat. I love this AR. Its effects, at least.
It's basically
Even though the proc rates are.
It's Mountain Dweller plus like a shittier version of a Berserk, which is like okay. I don't know. I have nothing to say about it.
I think it's pretty neat. You get free guts on a unit.
It's 80%. Why is it 80%? Just make it 100%. God fucking damn it.
Because LifeWonders wants your money. Just spend it and get the other copies to make it 100.
Fuck that shit. It makes no sense. Like at least make it scale so that it goes up to 160% and so it reaches 100 early. But no, we did the calculations before with whatchamacallit. Not calculations. We confirmed it before with the Kengo. Was it the Kengo one? It was
Kengo, Shiro.
It might. Anyways, it was one of the 5 stars, and we confirmed that when it says 80%, it doesn't go to 100% until you reach max level AR 100. So it like literally just scales the tiniest amount every single dupe you get instead of like doubling like it normally would for like normal skills.
Hey, at least it's not affected by obstruct and drain. So, yay, good advent. Well, I think the most important part of this is that CP up. Even though it's very low
It's
chance.
not reliable. It's such a small amount. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's very good. I think it's very
It's like
good. Because
it sacrifices a better skill than that. What the fuck?
if you have
It
a
sacrifices
unit,
like the shittiest car.
if you have a unit that has to be hit a lot, and if you're using a tanky team, this can potentially be useful if they have a good CS.
I guess it would be okay with what's his face, Behemoth, since Behemoth actually doesn't have any protective skills for himself, and he already gets CP, so it could complement that. And yeah, the guts could help.
I don't honestly use this on Barguest or Dagon because Barguest is naturally tanky, and Dagon is also pretty tanky and doesn't have guts, and his CS is very good. Evasion to everyone around you is pretty.
Hold on, let's yeah, you're right, but let's read Archie's comments. Could you read it for me, actually? Since I'm doing all the reading of the comments.
Sure.
Jeez, take your
I'll
part.
read it. Fine, fine. I'll read it. All right. It. Okay. Where does it start? Cure purifying cruise. Cruise. That's a very good skill. Heracles skills might make more sense in the stories. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. That would break the game, at least for him. Yeah. Arch says that the new AR completes Valentine Dogs' role, which is kind of true. He doesn't have guts. He could use guts, and gaining CP when getting hit would make him charge CP even faster, which is pretty neat. Rev says, I actually read carrot and stick on that chocolate.
And that's exactly what it says, though.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it says.
Yeah. Anyway.
Arch still says something else. Guts works with his pull and attention taunt. Yeah, that's true. He also grants attention. So
I actually disagree with
gonna get hit.
With Bark. I mean, it's like, sure, they're meant to take damage, but I think Guts works better on units that aren't supposed to take damage. Okay, units that die instantly.
True, units that die instantly could benefit from the Guts a lot.
Whereas units that are tanky, it's like, they're gonna exhaust Guts just from timing it out before they actually get to 0 health.
But if the fight takes long, it could prove useful. If you...
Not really, it's phase start Guts. It'll disappear if it does take long.
Yeah, it's 5 turns, but it's still 5 turns is still pretty long,
Yeah,
in my opinion, at least. Whatever. What else he says? And CP on damage also works with 10. Okay. I just switched CP on hit was actually higher, but oh well. Yeah, the CP is pretty low. It's just 5 CP if you have him.
What is this baby amount? What the fuck is 5 CP?
That's
like shit. But
I mean, if
you get
you're
that.
hit,
It's 25% chance
Yeah,
too. What the fuck is this trash? So on average, it's like 1 to 2 CP. 1 CP per turn, guys, per time you're hit. Amazing.
Yes. It's not that bad.
On average, it's 1 CP per turn. It's horrendous shit. Let's be honest. Anyway,
fair enough.
I just to summarize, the units we would recommend discard with is Barguest and Behemoth. Is there any other ones?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I think Dagon would work well with it.
Dagon
he could use the extra, because he's naturally gonna stay at the front and tank a lot of shit, and he could use the Guts and CP to grant evasion.
Cool. Anyway, next. Man, I'm worried about my unit analysis. It's like I'm gonna do the same thing, except it's gonna be less engaging and super redundant. We'll see how it turns out.
It's gonna have more information, I'm sure.
I'll try my best. We'll see. Anyway, I like the word anyway. If I say anyway, take a shot. This card removes charm, which is like charm immunity. Wow, child pug champ. That was always a useful skill, right? Yeah, no, sure. That's the useless part no one cares about. The actual useful part is a curse advantage, which is actually super useful because a shitload of units inflict curse on attack, and like a lot of units could take advantage of that. And it's pretty.
Shiro himself does it. I mean, Shiro himself does it, and I think Sentry on his regular does too. I've never used him, but
I forget if it's like on attack or on when he's hit. Did he say something?
No, I just said that I thought Sentry had curse on attacking, but I don't really.
Yeah, no one uses Sentry.
Except.
Yeah, but Reem is
but now
valid.
Now everyone uses Christmas Sentry anyway, so.
Does he even inflict curse? Even remembers the regular? I'm pretty sure Christmas Sentry inflicts curse.
At
least
when he gets hit.
Yeah.
It's when he gets hit.
I mean, it's better than nothing. This has a higher curse modifier than the Gyumao card. Although, yeah, it's neat that it has slightly higher. Why don't they just give the fucking percents in game? It's so fucking pointlessly obtuse. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated. Like
that's something I don't understand either. These rates could have been in the game, but all this information.
If the wiki didn't exist, like the player base would be so much smaller in terms of people who actually cared about the game. And now LifeWonders is just like exploiting the fact that the wiki exists, that they are too lazy to actually translate themselves. Jeez. Oh god, fucking.
Yeah, true. I honestly expected more unit bias to be mass translated, but it hasn't happened, unfortunately.
It's
Because
like-
I think the last time it happened, it was at around this time, I think, or on the next month or something like that. They mass translated everything up to Valenfesta and never translated anything again.
It's like what happened with fucking Ace Attorney Investigations 2 or whatchamacallit, Mother 3. It's like there are fan translations of it, and then the main company is like, oh, well, I guess there's no reason for me to translate anymore.
I mean, I hope they continue translating things. I mean, we got 2 events this year on Valentine, so
Yeah, I hope so. They'll probably catch up with that, but I do hope they improve their
I hope they I hope
transparency
they
with game
do.
kits.
Yeah. I think it's safe to move to the next AR.
Is it ready? Wait, no, we didn't. Wait, did we suggest who's good with it? We mostly just mentioned C3 and
Oh no,
Shiro,
we
but-
just managed City and Shiro, but there's a lot more units that can benefit from it. I think I'm just not recalling any right now.
Barguest again, probably. He inflicts stress, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Barguest can benefit a lot from it.
Yeah. All right.
Both his forms.
All right. Moving on. So this is the AR card where Kengo first teaches C3 about copophagia, obviously, and now we are. It's a joke that I will never let die. Anyways,
That's fair.
Start of turn. She just got. It's a pretty. This is a good card, I would say, because like
Yeah, it's free HCP every 2 turns. It's pretty decent, I think.
which is like 4 CP every turn, which doesn't
4
sound
CP
as
every
amazing.
turn.
Doesn't sound
Yeah.
as amazing when you say it like that.
But
But it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
It's
and
guaranteed.
And it's better
guaranteed.
and it's better than 1 CP on average per time you're in, which is yeah.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it can be equipped by blow units. I don't know if the special defense stacks with itself, but the idea of stacking this AR with Jacobs is sounding pretty good to me right now. Because he's got that 30% blow, and if you add this too, he's going to take even less damage from low. It's going to be hilarious on the
Yeah, it's been like
on the-
0% damage at all.
on
I-
the new free quests, because spoilers, there's a new free quest.
Don't
It's a farm
spoil
siege.
me. I actually no,
won't, I won't.
that's
I
yeah,
won't.
fuck that shit.
won't.
Yeah, the blow mini is nice, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's like,
I think
It's just-
LifeWonders is pushing a lot of blow units, and they're trying really hard to make them good again.
they had like one
Recent-
chance. It was the dungeon, and then it became the what's called the Ikebukuro Underground Labyrinth, and then it became
Yeah.
the most exploitable shit ever. It's so easy to win it.
Yes, but that's the dungeon. I think a lot of people are still struggling with the free quest. It's not really that hard, but yeah, it's all right.
It's so easy to deal with blow units because the AI is still shit. You know, you can hit
Yeah,
them with shit,
the
you
AI
just-
is terrible. Even in the new free quest, I just stay in the corner and and try to take down one by one. I think it's even soloable with Jacob and someone else, which is ridiculous.
Anyways, the blow reduction is okay, I guess, but it's like not necessary for 90%
It's
of
not-
the time.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that useful.
Alright.
But it's mostly for the CP, and I think every unit can benefit from free CP every 2 turns.
Okay, before we move on, recommendations. Who's good with this card? Fucking.
I'd say pretty much anyone that can equip it, any Aether and Blow unit can benefit from this. I think.
Yeah, like I want to be specific. I want to say something more specific,
Yeah.
but it's like looking at it, it's like, what is there to say? I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Jacob for memes, I guess, and
Jacob for memes.
And-
Yes.
I guess also Licho for memes, but whatever. Licho,
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He gets the reduction too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Wakan Tonka, but who cares? Moving on.
Yeah. Let's move on. Do we have any comments? Let's see.
Okay, so this card, it heals every time you move, which is like a not even guaranteed. Fuck that. It's to 100 HP per move. That's fucking shit. Oh god, might as well not. It's like worst drifter.
I think it can be neat to some units.
Oh,
like,
sorry, it's not the self. It's healing adjacent, I guess. My
yeah,
bad.
it's adjacent, so I think it can pair up well with the actual units featured here. Even though Ebisu is trash and should never be used ever.
I think
but should still benefit from it.
AR cards like these I only find useful, or like skills like these in general, where it's like a shitty heal. They're only really useful if you're able to find like a perma aggro lock situation where it's like, you know, they're forever missing because the AI is an idiot and you're just spamming move every turn to heal. So that's the only condition where I think this kind of skill would be useful.
You can use it with Cook memes because Cook also heals when moving, and
yeah, but people don't use it when moving, right? They use it for just
they use it for other stuff. But hey, you can equip it on Christmas Kalki to make him a full-fledged healer, which is hilarious, but not really
I remember your
recommended.
I remember your Kalki phase. I never actually played with Kalki once. Now that I think about it,
you should. It's very good. It's very good. I think people underestimate his true potential.
It's not that people underestimate him. It's just that I don't know. He's not fucking Ager.
Right. I guess Ager did take away the spotlight a bit. Because,
like the entire year.
We list on the same banner. Yes. Yeah. Ager just appeared and everyone became irrelevant.
I'm kind of
not irrelevant, but underwhelmed.
I'm kind of surprised at the long slash resistant. Like, why is that even there? I'm thinking it might be like they might be hinting again at Ben 10 per variant being a long slash unit, because it was also in the leaked card, AR card. It was like apparently it could be equipped to long slash units for whatever reason, and Ben 10 was on the card too. And neither Kuniyoshi nor had any like long slash, except for I guess Leak's charge. But yeah,
you might be onto something. Ben 10 long slash.
Yeah,
variant confirmed.
This is now conspiracy channel.
Conspiracy theories right now.
It's coming soon, boys. Long slash Ben 10.
Yeah, long slash Ben 10. Mark our words.
Long slash units are missed. Well, I would have to say that fucking what's called the Yasuyori's ass is mythically large, so I would have to agree with you. Let's move on. That was my best check. The last one, which is not actually a chapter, it's not actually a time slip thing, but it came out recently with it, is this AR card, which is released in a dungeon, so you do the, which quest is it? The Proceed quest or something? I'm not sure.
Yes, the Proceed quests. I think it's called the Proceed quests. The exploration quests are the ones where we do the actual fights.
Get free experience. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
I think that's it.
So paralysis, immediately, it's gonna be 100%. So ignore the 20% because you can grind the shit. It's gonna be 100%. It's okay. Paralysis is like much rarer than a fear, you know.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen a lot. It happened this Christmas actually, but otherwise, I don't think I remember the last time paralysis was used outside the current dungeon, or the challenge quest with Dead on this Christmas.
Yeah, it exists, I guess. So
it exists.
But
he does give a decent chunk of attack, I guess, if you don't have better ARs with higher attack. So
yeah, 400 attack it's okay.
It's okay. It's almost half seated.
Almost.
Almost.
I would recommend you use just like if you're looking for an attack AR, use the anniversary one. I think that has like 800.
Yeah, it has 600, I think.
600? Yeah.
Yeah, 600. But if you want, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I think
that's everyone.
That's all of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the next unit is Arison Housamo. He's gonna be a 6-star unit. No.
Damn it! I'm not gonna pull for that one. I'm sorry.
I'm
just gonna have to press the big skip button.
Don't worry, he'll spook you when you're pulling for Dagon Dragon.
Damn it! It's not gonna happen because LifeWonders confirmed it to me. We're not getting Dagon variant ever.
That's true.
This is confirmed. This is confirmed.
Tragic. You heard it first, folks. All teacher variants are not happening.
Yeah, teacher variants aren't happening. This is official statement from LifeWonders.
Please get them from Housamo 2, the expansion pack.
Yeah, exactly. Housamo 2 is coming with a brand new patch of variants and 50 more Itakas. That's it.
Not enough, I would say. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. You can find me on the Discord server, and you can find this hunk of sexy meat also on the Discord server. Yeah, he goes by Taco Bell, so you can't miss him.
You can't miss me. I have the tacos boxing. They are impossible to miss.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. I think someone asked, who do you pair it up with? I don't think I remember which AR we were talking about at that time.
Well, to summarize everyone's ARs, who they go is Behemoth, Dagon, or Barguest for the 5-star.
Yeah.
For the 5-star more Hakenchi card. For
Yeah.
this card, we are suggesting just the face cards: Shiro, C3, Barguest again in this case. For this card, we are mentioning it could go with anyone. Although for memes, you could pair it up with Licho, Wakon, or fucking Jacob. And for this card, we didn't actually mention anyone who. Oh wait, anyone who can stall for an indefinite period of time, like.
Yeah, I guess.
Because that's the only time that the heal would be useful, to be honest. And
Yeah, pretty much.
And this card's like, you can equip it to anyone, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, it can be equipped
To any E3 unit, I guess, but it's like for us, it's not a big deal in general.
Yeah, it's units aren't that common, but so it can fit all of them.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. I will end the stream now. See you guys around in the next video.
Laters.
Bye.
I